Okay, guys, let's talk about introducing small puppies to small children. I'm talking kids between 2 and 3 feet. For puppies that have never seen a small child, it can be quite disconcerting. I mean, they don't look and act like adults. So as you can see here, this puppy's like, what the heck is that? That is very strange and weird. So this is why I make an effort with small children to get my puppies out and about around small kids. It's not something, I know you might say, well, normally you don't recommend a lot of interaction with strange people and strange dogs. But in this case, I make an exception for small children. I try to get my puppies in close proximity to small children on a fairly regular basis. If you don't have access to a relative or a child of your own, then obviously you're going to have to go to the local playground and maybe get your puppy in close proximity. A couple things here. So my puppy obviously showed a little bit of stress right off the hop, but you can see that he kind of opens up quickly, and I know that's how he is. Like he's got relatively good confidence, so I knew he would recover relatively quickly and be open to an interaction. If you have a puppy who's much more stressed and nervous, go a little bit more incrementally, make it more about you and him in the beginning, and then maybe kind of get the kids to just give him a quick little reward. A couple things here, and you'll see this in the body language. When my son goes to the puppy, it's a little more stressful for the puppy. When the puppy comes towards my son, it's a little less stressful. So if you have a puppy who's really stressing out, make it that he goes to the kids and nice things happen versus the kids come to him, because a lot of the time in there you can see the puppy sometimes opens up. He wants to interact with my son. So this is what I do. I tell him, hey, take the leash and walk the puppy around. And just the act of following my child is a lot less threatening than obviously my son coming to him. And as you can see here, he's a little bit more open to that, and just having my son lead him around is a positive experience. So if you have access to small children, friends, family, whatever, and just get the kids to take the leash, maybe give the puppy a few treats, and just lead them around. It's important, obviously. It's kids that you have some trust and control over, because you obviously don't want the puppy to have bad experience. So here you can see that my puppy's dragging him, and then of course my son's being dragged behind him, and then the puppy's like a little bit like, whoa, what's that? And that's exactly what I'm talking about, right? Like, just, if possible, get the puppy to come to the child, not the child to the puppy, as much as you can. Now, of course, different puppies have different levels of sociability. This puppy's initially a little bit cautious, but then once he gets used to, the child being around, he's open to the experience, right? Now, this is not a guarantee that your puppy will be social and safe with children. To some degree, there's a fair degree of genetics involved in that. But it's definitely that you can, make the puppy used to the presence of children, so they don't actually freak out. I've definitely met adult dogs that have never seen a small child, especially close up, and you can see it in their behavior and their body language. There, you can see the puppy got, again, a little bit nervous because my son kind of came in, and you see I invite the puppy towards my child. So this is something that I do, short, sweet, positive. Look at what's stressing your dog out, try to avoid it, try to maximize the positive experiences, and do this fairly regularly, just so your dog has an experience with small children and isn't totally terrified by them. Because